Where the community there is up in arms over the death of 5 children who'd allegedly consumed soiled goods from a local Spaza shop. Kobile Madlala is our reporter tracking that story. And you've been tracking the story all morning and this afternoon, Kobile, where community members have carried through with their promise to shut down Spaza shops that are still operating or that still have stock in that community.
That's correct, Michelle. In fact, they have managed to shut quite a lot of shops. Now, the issue is that there are shops that are shut that are actually being emptied or rather looted. So what we see here now is a force of police that have just come in. They are, of course, on the side to ensure and to check for the Spaza shops if anything has happened. They're checking if that looting is continuing. In fact, one of the police officer was just shouting to ask if anything was looted in this row of shops. So the owners have already arrived as well, and they've got a security system, and that security is here as well. They've been basically running around the neighborhood, driving around, ensuring that they're able to secure these shops. Now, if you look on the right-hand side as well, you'll see there is Pop now, who has also arrived, and I believe, as you would know, they would be then making sure that they control the crowd. You can see the escalation and the standoff really between the two communities. So you started as young people marching to give a memorandum in terms of how they feel and what they want these shops to stand for, and to ensure that there's safety, but not just safety as well, ensure that there's health implications should anyone have eaten the food. You'll remember at the back of it all, there are 5 children that had passed away, and the reason why they passed away, the community contains and maintains that it's because of the content of the food that they had taken from the shops. So the shop owners arriving here and the police just trying to control the crowd. And of course, because this started from that march, Michelle, I want to bring in the NEC member that we spoke to a little earlier on to give us an understanding, because this of course has escalated out of line. And when we spoke to you earlier on, you were delivering a memorandum, and it has escalated. We've seen shop owners now coming in to try and secure their shops. Tell us, as the leadership, what are you seeing on the ground, and is this correct?
What is happening in Soweto today, it's very sad. As you see, we are standing here. These foreign nationals are here, protected by the South African Police Service that must protect us, South African citizens. They are not protecting us, they are protecting these illegal immigrants. It's purely disrespect that they are even here in Soweto, standing here in Soweto. To do what? How do you stand with a murderer? These people are murderers. They've killed children, 5 of them. So these people are murderers. How do you stand with murderers? Have police people that are here to protect murderers. So it's sad what is happening in Soweto today. But I know the people of Soweto are not fools. They are going to retaliate.
And I mean, it's interesting that you're already concluding that they're murderers. So there's a conclusion that we understand that at this point that the investigations are still ongoing. Do you then believe that they have done it?
They have done it. These people are not compliant. They don't have any license from the city. We know that. We don't know who supplies them with the products they sell, because definitely they don't buy from the initial companies that sell these products. So we know that they have something to do with it.
And so with the young people that we've also seen just coming in as well, have you called them out of order to ensure that they don't loot?
Well, young people, they are not leading themselves. One thing, we tried to speak to them, then they gave us an answer to say they are going to loot, but they won't eat the food that they would loot. They just want to damage this food and make sure that they leave no trace of their products.
But what then will be the goal if you destroy the product?
We no longer want to coexist with these people in our communities. I want to tell you, we no longer want Pakistans or any illegal immigrants in our communities. We have coexisted with them, yet they are killing us, they are killing our young brothers and sisters, so we no longer want to coexist with them. So I think it's just a process to make sure that there's no trace of them in our communities.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That's, of course, one of the leaders within the COSAS structures, Michelle, as you can see then what's currently happening. And I want to show you where the owners are currently at. The owners now are trying to just ensure that they're going inside. And, of course, we have attempted to ask them if they'd be willing to talk to us. And we've been met with quite silence. Not a lot of them wanted to speak to us. We can come in and try again, Michelle, to see if they can give us a reaction. Are you guys able to speak to us by any chance? Anyone willing to speak? All right. Okay, so, well, Michelle, not a lot of them wanting to speak to us, but basically they're here to protect their stuff. But, of course, part of that, Michelle, has been the fact that we have Dudula, who has been on the ground. And Dudula, we've seen you calling people to order and saying that they mustn't do what they're doing. Do you agree with what's happening now?
No, looting, we totally disagree with looting. Because the very same fake foods as Operation Dudula, we complain about these people selling fake food. So we cannot condone our own community leaders or members or youth to loot the very same food that we complain about having poison. So we cannot condone that.
All right, thank you very much. Michelle, just in the foreground, I want to show you, those are the spokespeople for SAPS. They are currently just coming on site. We'll give you more details later.